has been. So you can see the present continuous is the first one, the present perfect continuous. There are two continuous in the present. Now I want to represent these two diagrammatically like this. You can see this is the past column, this is the present column, and this is the future column. And let us now talk about only the present now. I'm going to talk about the present. Suppose I'm teaching English now. So in the present column, what I say, I'm teaching. What am I doing now? This is a present column. So what is happening is I'm teaching English now. This is happening in the present time. I'm not talking anything about the past, nor I am talking about the future. I'm talking only about what is happening right now. For example, I started teaching English in the year 1992 is the actual period when I started. This is the past time. This is the past column. 1992 I started. So what I'm doing now, teaching. ఎప్పటి నుంచి టీచ్ చేస్తున్నాను నేను past 1992 say. So the action of teaching English started in the past time and continuing till the present or just completed also. ఇప్పటిదాకా జరుగుతూ ఉండొచ్చు, ఇప్పుడే అయిపోయి ఉండొచ్చు కూడా. You can see the difference between these two. I'm teaching English. I have been teaching English. I have been teaching English since 1992. That means I started teaching English in the year 92 and I'm continuing till this present time, or I have just completed also. There we use have been and has been. But I am teaching English now means it may be continued after some time also. I'm in the middle of teaching. I'm in the middle of teaching. The action of teaching is now happening right now. I'm teaching English means I'm in the middle, in progress. The teaching English is in progress. You understand me? I'm teaching English in progress. I have been teaching English since 1992 means I need not be teaching right now. I need not be teaching right now. But my profession of teaching English started in the year 1992, and I'm continuing till this moment of time. I have been teaching English since 1992. This is the two continuous tenses in the present. You must understand. Same way in the negative also. She is not coming to the classes regularly. She is not coming to the classes regularly. She hasn't been coming to the classes since last week. Past time is the past time. You can see the past time here. Since last week is the past time. So she hasn't been coming to the classes since last week. That's what I explained you in my class yesterday. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the other two tenses of the past. In the past, we have two tenses, right? What are the two tenses we have in the past? The second continuous tenses is past continuous. So in the past, we have two continuous tenses, like we have two continuous tenses in the present. Yeah, we have already learned. Can you tell me what is the tense we have learned? First one is past continuous में कैसा होता है? Was, were plus V4. Subject, use was or were plus V4 plus object or phrase. See, there are a number of examples I have told you because there is a common character in all the continuous tenses. The verb is in the fourth form. V4, V4, V4. In all the continuous tenses, before the V4, there should be a B form. Was and were is also B form. It is a past B form. It is a B form of the past, was and were. Here, have been, been. Here, am is are is the B forms, right? So we have learned four different models here. I was writing the exam at 3 o'clock yesterday. I was writing the exam at this time yesterday. I was writing the exam at the same time yesterday. I was writing the exam, then the bell rang. When the bell rang, I was still writing the exam. When I was writing the exam, the bell rang. While I was writing the exam, the bell rang. By the time the bell rang, I was still writing the exam. All these models I've explained in past continuous tense. Second model, in the place of was and were, we can use had been plus V4 plus object or a phrase. See, in the place of was and were, we use had been. See, ఇక్కడ have been, has been వాడాం కదా present కాబట్టి have been, has been. Because it is the past, we use had been because had is the past of both have and has. Past of have is had, past of has is had. This is the present perfect, this is the past perfect. You can understand where we use this. I'll explain diagrammatically. Don't worry about this. Let me explain where we use had been going. Because so, dear friends, had been అనే మాట ఎక్కడ వాడతాము? Had been going, had been coming, had been waiting, had been writing. ఎక్కడ వాడతాం? Where we use this? చూడండి, I was writing the exam అన్నా, I had been writing the exam అన్నా తెలుగులో ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ ఒకటే. I was writing the exam అన్నా, I had been writing the exam అన్నా నేను ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తూ ఉండేను పాస్ట్ లో. బట్ at 3 o'clock అంటాం I was writing అయితే, I had been writing అయితే till 3 o'clock, up to 3 o'clock అంటాం. చూద్దాం డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటనేది. This is the past column. Now I am taking the past as a bigger column, as a present column, and this is the future column. And let me draw the diagram. See my friends, past continuous tense ఒకసారి చూద్దాం మనం. 1 second. Past continuous tense ఒకసారి మనం పరిశీలిద్దాం ఈ పాస్ట్ కాలంలో. నేను నిన్న 3 o'clock కి ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తూ ఉన్నాను. కల్ మై 3 బజే ఎగ్జామ్ లిఖ్ రహా థా. రైట్? సో రైటింగ్ ద ఎగ్జామ్ at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. yesterday. So 3 p.m. is a point of time. At this point of time, what was happening? I was writing the exam. What does it mean by? When I say I was writing the exam at 3 o'clock, I was writing the exam at 3 o'clock means what? I started writing the exam before 3 o'clock and I continued writing the exam after 3 o'clock also, but exactly at 3 o'clock I was writing. I was in progress. The writing examination was in progress. It continued after 3 o'clock also. Understand this point. I was writing the exam at 3 o'clock means, is it stopped at 3 o'clock? The writing examination has been stopped at 3 o'clock? No. It that. The meaning is that. Now look at the another example. I'm not giving you. I'm extending this 3 o'clock timeline, something more. And then you watch this example. I had been writing the exam up to 3 o'clock. Up to 3 o'clock, not at 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock, I stopped writing because paper లాగేసుకున్నారు అక్కడ. 3 గంటలకి బెల్లు కొట్టేశారు, పేపర్ లాగేసుకున్నారు. 3 గంటల వరకు నేను ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తూనే ఉన్నా. 3 గంటల వరకు అంటే ఆ వరకు అనే టైం లైన్, up to 3 o'clock, the timeline is has interrupted my past continuity. Understand this point? The 3 o'clock time has interrupted my past continuity. So when you say I had been writing the exam at 3 o'clock, nahi hai. Up to 3 o'clock or till 3 o'clock, because after 3 o'clock, the exam has not continued. The paper has been taken back because the time of the examination was 3 o'clock, the ending time. But I was writing the exam at 3 o'clock means after 3 o'clock also you continued. The ending time is not 3 o'clock in the first example. My uncle was working in Air Force in 2015. My uncle had been working in Air Force up to 2015. You understand the difference now? My uncle was working in Air Force in 2015. 2015 మా अंकल एयर फोर्स లో పనిచేస్తున్నారు काम कर रहे थे उसके बाद भी काम कर रहे थे పనిచేస్తూ ఉన్నారు 2015 తర్వాత కూడా పనిచేస్తూ ఉండి ఉండొచ్చు right my uncle was working in Air Force in 2015 means after 2015 also my uncle continued working. But if I say the second sentence, my uncle had been working in Air Force up to like that till 2015 means after 2015 he got retired and he worked in a civil service in some other department, not in Air Force. He was no more in Air Force after 2015. Up to ante akkada daaka continue ayindi. So past perfect had been plus V4 is fundamentally used to express the actions that continued over a period of time. This is a very important word. Over a period of time in the past, continued over a period of time in the past, and stopped or interrupted by another action in the past itself and discontinued in the past. You got me? Continued over a period of time and interrupted by another action or another timeline and discontinued in the past itself. This is a very important explanation. You must understand. Now I'm going to ask you a very typical and funny question. Can you answer the question? I'm talking in English only. Question carefully. When I opened the door, it was raining. When I opened the door, it had been raining. What is the difference? When I opened the door, it was raining అన్నాను ఒకసారి. In another time I said when I opened the door, it had been raining. తెలిసిందండి? When I opened the door, it was raining. When I opened the door, it was raining. When I opened the door, it had been raining. ఇందా చెప్పాను. Interruption had been వాడామంటే it continued over a period of time and stopped by something. What is the stopping activity here? You opened the door. When I opened the door, it had been raining అంటే డోర్ ఓపెన్ చేసినప్పుడు వర్షం పడుతుందా లేదా? లేదు. అది పాయింట్ ఇక్కడ. When I opened the door, it had been raining means, was it raining when I opened the door? No, it was not raining. It had been raining until you opened the door. The meaning is that. For example, when I came home, he had been sleeping అన్నాను అనుకోండి. నిద్రపోతున్నాడు అప్పుడు? నిద్రపోతున్నాడా? When I went to his house, he had been sleeping అన్నాను అనుకోండి. He was sleeping అనలా నేను. He had been sleeping అన్నాను. అంటే నిద్రపోవట్లేదా నేను వెళ్ళినప్పుడు? నిద్రపోవట్లేదు. నేను వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అతను అప్పటి వరకు నిద్రపోతూనే ఉన్నాడు. He had been sleeping means when you went, was he sleeping? No, he was not sleeping. He was awake. But up to that particular point of your going to his house, he was sleeping. కానీ అలా కాకుండా when I went to his house, he was sleeping అన్నాను అనుకోండి. నేను వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత కూడా అయ్యగారు నిద్రపోతూనే ఉన్నాడు. అరే బాబు లేరా నేను లేపాడు. The action continued even after my going to his house. Going to his house, he was still sleeping. When I went to his house, he had been sleeping means he was not sleeping when I went to his house. You must understand the difference because that's why I don't teach this tense to all of normal people. Say అక్కడ హ్యాడ్ బీన్ ప్లస్ ఐఎన్జి వర్బ్ అనేది ఎప్పుడు కూడా పాస్ట్ లో ఒక పీరియడ్ వరకు కంటిన్యూ అయ్యి డిస్కంటిన్యూ అవుతుంది ఎప్పుడు. అలాంటి వాటికే మనం బిఫోర్ కంటిన్యూడ్ ఓవర్ ఎ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ అండ్ డిస్కంటిన్యూడ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. There is the point where we use had been plus V4. But was plus V4 is not like that. It was not discontinued. We don't know. We don't mention whether discontinued or continued. But at one particular point of time, the action was going on. That's only the point we explained. Got it? Understand? Understand how it was raining means when you open the door, oh my God, rain, sun, door closed. వర్షం పడుతూనే ఉంది. మళ్ళీ డోర్ వేసేసావు. ఓ వర్షం తగ్గిపోయింది, బయటకు వచ్చేసావు. మొత్తం ఆకులు పువ్వులు అన్ని మన యొక్క గ్రౌండ్ మన ఫ్లోర్ మీద పడి ఉన్నాయి. వర్షం అయిపోయింది, బయటకు వచ్చి ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తున్నావు నువ్వు. When I opened the door, it had been raining. Rain is not there when I opened the door. When I opened the door, it was raining. Still, it was raining. Door opened. Oh, then close the door. That's how it has happened, right? You understand? That is the difference between had been plus was. Had been raining and was raining. Was sleeping, had been sleeping. Was sleeping means వాడు వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత కూడా నిద్రపోతున్నాడు. పట్ పట్ రెండు కొట్టి లేరా బాబులే అన్నావు. అది నువ్వు లేపించావు వెళ్ళా. నువ్వు వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత కూడా కంటిన్యూ అయింది. కానీ నువ్వు వెళ్ళేసరికి అప్పటి వరకు నిద్రపోతున్న వాడు లేచి కూర్చున్నాడు. గమనించండి. The continuity was interrupted by some activity in the past, so it discontinued. The continuity was discontinued. There we use had been plus before. This is the point, right? Now in the same way we have another also, future continuous and future perfect continuous. ఏం లేదండి, ఫ్యూచర్ లో సపోజ్ రేపు 3 గంటలకి 3 o'clock tomorrow. This is 3 p.m. tomorrow. రేపు 3 o'clock is the timeline. This is the timeline. రేపు 3 o'clock నేను ఎగ్జామ్ రాస్తూ ఉంటాను అంటే 3 o'clock కి ముందు, బిఫోర్ 3 o'clock I will start writing and I will continue writing the exam after 3 o'clock also. But exactly at 3 o'clock I will be writing the exam. I will be writing the exam. So here we use will be plus ing. గుర్తుందా మీకు? Subject plus will be or shall be plus V4 plus object or phrase. This is the point we use. అలా కాకుండా an action started in the present. See, present కాలంలో స్టార్ట్ అయిన యాక్షన్ ఒకటి. ఇప్పుడు మేము ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాస్తున్నామండి. ప్రెసెంట్ లో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదా పాస్ట్ లో స్టార్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, నిన్న మొన్న లాస్ట్ మంత్ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి పాయింట్. An action may be started in the present, an action may be started in the past, and this action will be continued up to a point in the future. After that, no. Will be continued up to a point in the future. After that, no. You see the two diagrams. An action started in the present or in the past, continuing now, and will be continued up to a point in the future. 3 o'clock tomorrow. మేము రేపు 3 గంటల వరకు ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాస్తూనే ఉంటామండి. అంటే లాస్ట్ వీక్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాడు ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాయటం. లాస్ట్ వీక్ రాశాడు, ఇప్పుడు రాస్తున్నాడు. నెక్స్ట్ రేపు 3 గంటల వరకు. ఆ తర్వాత ఎగ్జామ్ ఉండదు. మీకు చెప్తున్నాను, పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ టెన్స్ అన్ని కూడా డిస్కంటిన్యూయేషన్ మీద ఫోకస్ చేస్తాయి. ది ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ద డిస్కంటిన్యూయేషన్ అట్ వన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్. సి, ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాస్తున్నాడు. నౌ ఈస్ రైటింగ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్. He will have been, not will be, will have been, future perfect. So in the future perfect, what we say is will have plus been plus V4 plus object. In place of will be, we use will have been. ఎలాంటి వాటికి వాడతాం అవి అంటే, మనం ఒక పని ఇప్పుడు చేస్తున్నాం మనం, లేదా పాస్ట్ లో స్టార్ట్ చేసి ఇప్పటికి ఇంకా చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ చేస్తున్న పని, వాట్ ఆర్ ద యాక్టివిటీ దట్ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ రైట్ నౌ, విల్ బి కంటిన్యూడ్ అప్ టు ఏ పాయింట్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్. ఇస్ ద ఫ్యూచర్ కాలమ్. ద బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈజ్ యువర్ క్లాసెస్. మీరు ఎప్పుడో పాస్ట్ తో స్టార్ట్ చేశారు క్లాసెస్ నేర్చుకోవటం. యూ స్టార్టెడ్ లెర్నింగ్ ద క్లాసెస్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్, మేబీ 2 months బ్యాక్. ఓకే, ఇప్పటికీ నేర్చుకుంటున్నారు. యూ స్టార్టెడ్ 2 months బ్యాక్. ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్ యు ఆర్ లెర్నింగ్ నౌ అండ్ యూ కంటిన్యూ లెర్నింగ్ టిల్ 15th of next month is the future time, right? అప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చెప్పాలి దీనికి? వీ హ్యావ్ బీన్ లెర్నింగ్ అని ఇప్పుడు చెప్తారు. ఓకే, కానీ వీ హ్యాడ్ బీన్ లెర్నింగ్ వాడడానికి ఛాన్స్ లేదు. అది ఇప్పటికి ఇంకా అవుతుందిగా. వీ హ్యావ్ బీన్ లెర్నింగ్ చెప్పచ్చు. ఫ్యూచర్ లో నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ 15th వరకు మేము ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకుంటూనే ఉంటాము ఆన్లైన్ లో అని చెప్పాలి. So how can you say we shall have been or will have been? We will have been learning English till 15th of next month. We will have been learning English till 15th of next month means what? After 15th, you will stop. You will stop learning. The course will be over. So now the action is going on. The action started in the past or in the present is going on now, and it will continue up to a point in the future, and then it will be discontinued at the one point in the future. But if I say, if I say I will be learning English at this time next month, Anankonde, I will be learning English at this time next month, Anankonde. Then what is the meaning of that one? Next month ఈ సమయానికి ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకుంటూ ఉంటాను. Even after this time also you will be continuing. There is no limit for that. When you say I will be learning, there is no limit for that. Will you be continuing after a certain point of time in the future? Yes, yes, I'll be continuing. But in this case, I will have been learning English up to or till 15th of next month means your ending time of the course is 15th of November, and after that you will not be learning. That is the point. So will have been learning is a future perfect continuous. Will be learning is a future continuous. Will be learning, will have been learning. Telugulo meaning ఒకటే, తెలుగులో ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ ఒకటే. हिंदी में ट्रांसलेशन मैं सीख रहा हूँ, सीख रहा हूँगा, सीखता रहा हूँगा. Of course, some Hindi people also don't know this one. सीखता रहा हूँगा या सीख रहा हूँगा, they use the same thing. तो एक समय तक एक काम रहे होंगे फ्यूचर में. Will have been learning. Will be learning also has got the same translation, but the occasion or the situation is different. I'm telling you once again, future perfect continuous, the action begins either in the present or in the past, and it continues in the present, and the same continues till a particular point or a particular incident in the future, right? I will have been waiting for my uncle until the next flight comes, until the next flight arrives. Now I'm waiting at the airport. I started waiting in the morning. I will have been waiting for my uncle until the next flight comes. You can say until the next flight comes. Until the next flight comes is the future action which is going to interrupt my continuing or waiting for my uncle. So in the future, perfect continuous, all continuous tenses, perfect continuous tenses are discontinued or interrupted by timeline or by another action. Same is the case in the past also. It was raining when I opened the door. It had been raining when I opened the door. When I opened the door is an action of interruption, which has been interrupted, right? In the same way, you can say, I will be writing the exam at 3 o'clock yesterday. I will have been writing the exams up to 3 o'clock yesterday. After that, no more exams. Exams will be over. You understand, my friends? Huh? You understand the difference? All exam, he has been writing the exam since morning. He was writing the exam at 3 o'clock yesterday. He had been writing the exam when the bell rang. He will be writing the exam at 3 o'clock tomorrow. He will have been writing the exams up to 3 o'clock tomorrow. So you can see all 6 continuous tenses with a broad classification has been explained to you. Hope that you have understood very clearly.